Hello again, minions. It's your main man, Wheezy here. Did I just say that? Yes, I did. And, I am here to show you the finalized mechanism for the Operation Deadfall XP grinder. And the reason there's this skip here, and I posted a project video before this, is that in between the last episode you saw, which I believe is part 3, and this episode of Operation Deadfall, is that I went through a lot of iterations of retardation to try and correct the issue of the zombies falling. So I'm just going to show you the final design because it took me a few hours, and basically what I did is I simplified it. So this is still the same, it's still, and I'll go all the way through it because I kind of made it easier to get up there. This is still a spiraling staircase of redstone and repeaters, so that, you know, that hasn't changed. But what did change was back here, the wiring I did, I changed it up. So instead of the bottom piston pushing up, I have 2 side pistons pushing out. And the reason for this is I decided that the simplest solution was an imperfect solution, where I was trying to figure out a way to keep the zombies from jumping so that when they fell down here, they wouldn't die. So like the issue I was having is some of the ones that jumped, when they fell, they would die from the fall because they were 1 block higher. And some of them, you know, some of them would drop like they were supposed to. And I tried 3 or 4 different ways to keep them from jumping, including using a piston to put a block over their head, or pushing them down into like a holding area. And none of them really worked well because they all clogged. So the best way I basically decided was I dropped the loading cell up top 1 block, so that the ones who jump will be the normal 2 hit, and then the ones that don't will be a little less damage than that. So it's a little more work to kill them, but not much. And the trade-off for that is, the reason I'm using this 3-piston system is now if I want to turn it into a kill them system, I have to drop them down an extra 2 blocks. So that's those 2 pistons on the bottom there. And that's what necessitates this return, because there's no easy way, simple way to push that loot back up so that it can be pushed out by the cleaner here. So I'll show you the solution I came up with, which you kind of see peeking out there. But yeah, so here's XP grind mode, and what I did is I wired this switch, which is kill or not kill, into this piston here. And what it does is when you wire into the back of a piston, it'll power that piston and the piston directly below it. So this redstone here is powering this piston and that piston, but not the top piston. And then I created this lever, which is not a button anymore because of how I had to gather from the 2-drop. And it's basically wired in here. And when it comes in here, it powers the top piston and the second piston, which doesn't make much of a difference when we're collecting, and you'll see why. But and it also powers this this water collection stream, where I've got this sign holding this water block in place, and this is a sticky piston holding a block in there, so that when we're ready to collect, if we're in kill mode, like this, then let's throw that in there. See, we can't get to that, and when we hit the return, not only does this block push forward, but a water stream comes in which pushes the loot to us, and then we can turn it off to go back to normal operation. So that's the solution we came up with, which is a lot simpler than the crazy wiring I had before. So there's that mechanism, and I'll go up and show you the drop mechanism that we finally decided on. And the interesting thing, you know, I showed in that project video, even though this is a full explanation, is while I was wiring all this up, and I went through 2 or 3 iterations over the course of, I don't know, an hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours, so many zombies got put in that storage container, which, if I didn't have that storage container, would have maxed out at 6 or 7, because, you know, when they all drop down here, they stop spawning in there. But, you know, oh, it must have been, you'll have seen the project video by now, but yeah, so much experience out of those guys. I also switched to bread instead of melon. So yeah, let's go check out the final version of the holding mechanism. And it's already collected quite a few, so let's take a peek in here and you'll see the mechanism at work. They come up, This is a lower ceiling now than it was before, so they can't jump at all, which very neatly dumps them right down into there. It also makes them so they can't fight the stream when I'm standing here. Is there another one coming up? Doesn't matter, but... yeah, so they load down into that 3 deep holding cell. You know, so this goes 8 blocks and then drops them off into that pit that's 3 deep. And this is actually a block lower than it was before the last video. So I lowered it another block. That's why now, instead of like coming straight across or even hopping up to look in there, that's where this cobble is patched, we now come down a step. Because this is lower so that they'll drop, depending on whether they're jumping or not, between 22 and 23 blocks instead of between 23 and 24. Blah. So, that's how that is. And so this is a lot simpler mechanism and a lot more effective. And it works, which we will see. Oh man, my timer. I'll show you guys how I do that timer earlier, but what have I wasted already? 5 minutes, maybe more? Anyway. Also in that project video, you'll notice I put in some stairs, so this is easier to traverse. But, yeah, so this is in Harvest XP mode. Boom. Oh, that is satisfying. And you'll see that the punches are still really effective. I mean, I think it's 2 to 3 punches. I haven't tested it individually. 2 to 3 punches per zombie, so you could easily do this. And then with a sword, it becomes even easier. Yeah, give me that XP. And look, look how much XP I got just in that amount of time. Put that back on hold. And the loot collector still works. Booyakasha. And if one more goes up there, I might be able to show you how kill mode works. Because they're on their way up now. When they drop down, they stop spawning. Let's see if one's up there yet. Not yet. And you guys, you saw it in the project video, so I don't necessarily even need to do it again to show you. So I guess I won't. Alright, screw it. Take it out of kill mode. But yeah, that's that. So what's left is to clean it up, essentially. Make as much glass as I can. And I told you guys that I was going to let you come along for the, at least, you know, part of my sand gathering trip. So we shall do that now. Let's go and gather. Let's go up here. Yeah, we're going to go up there to the northeast, to that desert, and gather a bunch of sand that we can turn into glass. And, you know, since I'm not all about roughing it, we are going to we're going to go and build a tent, a temporary shelter out there. And, yeah, and, oh man, I'm getting wool so much easier. And I did another project video. I think I'm going to separate them into separate ones about how I kind of tend the farm, just to kind of show you. Actually, while we're here, I want to take care of a couple of things that kind of been asking about. Well, no one's asked about this, but you'll notice that since that winter biome came, it froze over my obsidian thing, and if I put a torch there, I haven't tried this yet, it should melt the ice. I may be wrong. I guess I'm wrong. Well, we'll leave that there and see what happens. But yeah, some of my water froze over. Look at that. That's ice. Like a boss. I guess that doesn't work like I thought. I thought torches melted ice, but oh well, my source block froze. That can be remedied. So let's prepare to go. I don't know how much I'm going to need to build a tent. I'm going to build it out of wool. What do I need to take with me, and what do I not need to take with me? I'm going to need materials for tools. I don't necessarily need another pickaxe. But I might as well. Take one. I didn't find anyone else down there. Let's make another one. And I'm going to take this iron with us too, just so we can make stuff while we're out there. And we'll put this in this spot. Sword. We're going to need some shovels, so I might as well make them while I'm here. Even though I'm using up the materials I'm taking with me. So, whatever. Whatever. You know what I should do? I should have made... you know what? I still can. Let's make a diamond shovel. It's cheap enough to make, right? We're gathering sand. We could use some diamond. And also, you know what? Let's give it a few points of enchantment. Let's do a low-level enchantment on it and see what happens. Oh, I wish I had my adjustable enchanting room right now. Ooh, that was a 50. That was... Man, I roll 20s, bitches. Yeah, the adjustable enchanting room will make getting lower-level enchantments much easier, because with this having the max-level bell curve, getting a level 5 is as rare as getting a level 45, so... Especially when you get the habit of clicking really fast because you don't see what you want. One might pop up there, and we might click right through it. Okay, if we get something like a level 10 or 11, I'm going to take it. 12 was... Oh, jeez. I should have stopped it there. 10! We'll take that. Unbreaking. Oh, good. So it's going to have even less chance of breaking. And we're going to need a lot of sand, so... Iron items. Let's go ahead and leave a couple of these behind. We'll take our diamond shovel. And we're getting glass. Let's take a little bit of stone. I did have a request to see my basement storage. Nothing fancy yet, just a hollowed out room. Why is that blocked? I must have accidentally hit it. Dirt. I don't think I've stored. I'm storing a little stone here. Ah, a little stone. Yeah, this is all. Well, it's all dirt storage, so you know that'll expand as I get more raw crap to hide or whatever, and stuff and things like that. So, oh, we also need to make a bed, which we're going to need to go and sleep as out there where we are sand harvesting. Yes, we've got. Ooh, I'm almost out of coal, which I will need for torches. Which I actually already need some more of. Let's do half of those. Why not? And, you know, we're just gathering sand, so that's all the preparation we need for that. Let us go! After a snooze, I don't want to trek out there in the middle of the night. I mean, I'm not crazy. So, yeah, we're gonna try and make as much of the mob grinder glass as we can, just so it'll be easier to monitor its progress, and because it looks cooler. And honestly, what's Minecraft if not making stuff look cool, even if it's unnecessary? I wonder if we should take some snowballs. We might... Oh, but I don't have a pumpkin. I should take a pumpkin so we can build a totem while we're out there. Let's see. This might be a tiny bonus to make a totem. Oh yeah, one of the things I pointed out there, one of the reasons I put wood under this fence here is because grass was spreading in here, and the new patch makes it so that these will now grow on on dirt instead. It'll grow on tilled farmland and dirt, but not on grass. And grass will spread to adjacent dirt blocks, so I had to cut it off with the wood, so the grass wouldn't spread in there. And now I don't have to till that with my frickin' hoe every time I harvest something, which is cool. Let's go traveling. And try not to fall into a hole. But yeah, again, I kinda dropped an episode. Like I said, I did record the piece where I went through all those stupid designs, but honestly, I was getting frustrated. It was boring the crap out of me, and I really don't think you guys would have enjoyed it. I know, I don't want to say it's not my place to decide what you guys think you would enjoy. It doesn't really. It only cost me like 4 hours of render time and a couple hours of upload time, which I do at night anyway, to post that stuff, but I really don't think you would have enjoyed it, and I don't want to post videos just to post videos, so I hope you guys don't hate me. That would make me sad. Oh, there's that ravine. I don't want to fall in there. That would suck. Oh, I also got... I didn't bring an axe, but I also got the timber mod update for 1.1, so timber is now working again. I think the version of the video I posted for the 1.1 update, I didn't tell you that it stopped working. I did in the one that I lost because it didn't record the right audio. But yeah, timber's now working too. And, of course, my custom texture pack. So first, let us find a place to set up our tent, because when night falls in the desert, there are mobs aplenty. And we would like a safe harbor. Plus, you know, leaving a tent around is totally awesome. So let's, you know what, just right here. This is some nice wide open desert. Gonna want it centered, right? So I'm gonna put the bed like right there. We want it kind of widening to give it the appearance. God, that's such a cozy sound that those make. Kind of give this the appearance of being bigger, and you know, why not? We've got the materials. Did I just? I did. I just totally hosed that. Would have liked to spend some time dyeing some of this wool, which would have been cool, but we could have our colored tent instead. But alas, this will do. Oh man, have I gotten ambitious on this, and I'm not gonna have enough to... Whatever. Oh, not even close to enough wool. We'll finish it with dirt. Because we're boss like that. Boss hog. Now it's a tent, so we're gonna call a 2-high ceiling sufficient. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. And we'll, you know, at some point we will come back and fix our tent, but for now... And we'll probably also add a domed roof to it. Oh my god, are you serious? This is gonna be the jankiest tent. Note to self. Takes a lot more than 40 wool to build a tent. Which is important to know for when we make our trip back to our original base. Alright. Now we need a crafting table. So we can make a door. Now our bed's going to be there. We're going to want a work area. So we're going to want a crafting table, and then a furnace, and then a chest, I think. So let's put the crafting table in there. Make a furnace. And a chest. Furnace. Chest. And... let's craft ourselves a door for the home. And our home is built on sand, but perhaps a wooden pressure plate would do nicely. Yes. It's just like home, but hideously ugly. I like it. And bed. Right there. Good, so now we've got a place to work from. Which is, you know, this is kind of unnecessary, I guess, for what I'm doing, but... what the heck? Hey, you know what? I could totally use some cactus disease. I don't have any of those. We could start a cactus farm. Yeah, that's one of the things I don't have. Yes, let's get some cacti. Now, cacti... I think they're, well, other than, you know, making, like, cactus weapons, or defenses, which I'm not really a fan of. They're used to make green dye. So that's something. You know, obviously it's going to be useful when we're using dyes and stuff, but... alright, let's get some sand. Now we are going to need a ton, I mean a ton of sand, like hundreds. Hey, why does sometimes it gets on like that? There we go. Like sometimes it gets on a run like this where it's going really fast, and then sometimes it just kind of digs at like normal speed. So I don't know what does that. Like you have to fall behind a little bit. Whoa. Whoop whoop. So yeah, I don't. Like, why do you think that gathering sand is consolation for us missing you building a mob grinder? I don't know, guys, but I thought you might want to listen to my dulcet tones. And, yeah, essentially, you know, other than the project video I'm going to post of me actually glassing up that XP grinder, this is the last commentated episode of Operation Deadfall. So, this is actually the video where you guys should tell me what you want our next operation to be. And I'll go back to the operation wall. Probably when I get a good amount of sand so that I can start taking it back to be blasted into glass. But yeah, and even if, again, like I said, you can suggest operations too, so you don't just have to say, you know, which one off the wall do you want? But what do you guys want me to do next? Forget about, you know, treating it as an operation. What do you want me to do after Operation Deadfall? Because now we've got the ability to get XP pretty much at our leisure, which will allow me to enchant things, which will be, you know, I want to enchant a few more diamond pickaxes. I'd like to get one with a really high level fortune enchantment so that I can harvest the rest of those diamonds. Like if I got like fortune 3 and I could go and get like 2 to 4 diamonds out of each one of those diamond blocks down there, I would not have to worry about diamond for quite a long time, and that would be just fine by me. And I could make a full set of diamond tools and not feel bad about it, and then we could enchant all the diamond stuff to make it better. But yeah, what do you guys want to see me do next? We've got all kinds of stuff to do, more projects of stuff to build. We could start building on the mountain for our house. We could go to the Nether, which I want to do. The main thing I want to do at the Nether to start with is collect a bunch of glowstone, which is a decorative lighting block, which would be really good for the new house. It'd be okay for the old house too, but really good for the new house because it'll, you know, the farm essentially kind of benefits from the rustic look of having the torches and stuff everywhere, you know, being completely made of wood, but the new house being made out of stone, stone brick even, and having glowstone lighting, and I think it'll just be pretty awesome. You know, here's my Minecraft OCD kicking in. I'm trying to gather sand and I'm putting it back. Here, we'll use up, watch this, since we're just grinding sand. See, we'll use this regular one, and you can see how quickly getting sand and dirt can really eat up a pick, because it breaks so quickly that you can really use it up fast. Let's get a quick snooze so we don't get any mobs spawning out here. No, that's not what I wanted. Now actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Since coal smelts 8 objects, a block of 8 will smelt an entire 64 block. So we can get a head start on that. Let's cut a line through here, shall we? Yeah, what kind of things are you guys interested in seeing me do next? You know, there's all kinds of cool redstone stuff we can do. The large mob spawner, what is this? We could always do just a dark hole in the sand. Okay. Any clay worth having? I'd like to go on a clay expedition sometime to gather as much clay as I can. Because if I ever want to build a brick house, she's a brick house. Ah, choke. Ugh. So yeah, again, yeah, I don't want to keep repeating myself over and over again. So what should we talk about? Baby's not here yet. By the time I've posted this video, it's kind of surreal. By the time I've posted this video, my son will be born. He is not currently. Tonight, as I record this, it is Sunday night. Wow, I recorded an episode earlier today, didn't I? Because I remember recording an episode and being like, it's Sunday morning, I just woke up. I love Minecraft, so I played it several hours today. Yeah, finishing up that mob grinder. Probably spent 3-4 hours playing Minecraft this morning. So, guys, and you guys saw all the major decisions and all the interesting points, and the final product, and its full design, which is going to be what's important if you want to build one. Because honestly, I'm really happy with that final design. It's about as perfect as I think you can get in a simple system like that. So you can really easily see what I did and recreate it wherever you want. You know, the keys being the water in the room, funneling all the zombies to a single block where they can, you know, the water forcing them to jump, or their AI programming forces them to jump whenever they're in water. And having that force them to jump up into a water elevator. And you don't have to take it like the 8 blocks like I did. You could take them up the elevator and push them over 1 block and use a sign to stop the water flow and then drop them right back down. You know, I may have decided to do that if I hadn't, you know, as I spent hours and hours on that project, most of the painful ones which you guys actually witnessed, you know, you get to a point where you come up with the design and you start building it and trying to get it right, and then as you evolve the design, you kind of tear it down and almost start over. So like that wiring I did for the bottom area with the collector and the kill switch, you guys kind of saw how that went from being that initial tangle of wire to the really elegant and simple, like basically 3-wire solution I came up to in the end. So, you know, sometimes getting in, just starting a project is a good learning experience. So anything we do in the future with Redstone is going to be even better. Soothing music. So I'll be, you know, that much better at kind of dynamically building circuits in the past, because I've looked at quite a few. I think we may be actually good. So we built that ugly ass frickin' tent for one night. You know what I'm gonna do? Because we're gonna do some like when we would come out and fight mobs like Enderman and stuff, we're gonna do it out here in the desert. So I think I'm actually gonna run back home and get some wool to come back and finish this tent. Because we're at about, because I didn't start this on time, about 25 minutes. Let's see if we can knock this out in another 5 minutes and get done in by 30 minutes. Look at that, walking right across the ice. Whee! Slide. If I can make sure I don't fall in this frickin' ravine. Wouldn't that be such a disaster to gather all that sand, all these levels, fall down in a hole, and lose everything? That would be... Whoa, little lag spike. I'm not doing anything right now. Yeah, my computer has been just tasked so heavily lately because if I'm not playing Minecraft or, you know, capturing video, I'm rendering video and / uploading video. So like earlier today, I was rendering a Minecraft video for 4 hours while I was uploading a Minecraft video that takes like 2 or 3 hours because it was like 50 minutes. And I was also capturing video because I was playing... Was I playing Call of Duty or was I playing Battlefield earlier? Yeah, but you know, my computer can handle that stuff pretty well, which is nice, but I do tax it. When I'm going to bed at night, it's usually uploading or rendering, or actually more accurately both. So yeah, you know what, we'll just take the full stack, and while we're gone, we're gonna start burning up this sand. Ooh, I left a stack of sand out in my tent. Good thing I'm going back. A sack in my tent. There's gonna be lots of glass. Sand and sandstone. Oh, we didn't build any totem because we didn't need them. Oh well. Maybe I'll build a totem for you guys just for fun out there at some point. Oh, am I seriously turned around already? I just came from that direction. I'm a moron. And now the music's gone, so I can't even sing along with it. Yeah, let's hurry our freaking ass back out there. I'm glad to have that diamond shovel, because I go through shovels quick. So to have one that's got Unbreaking 2 on it, and in case you guys don't know the Unbreaking enchantment... Oh, also, I didn't really point this out when I was talking about my texture pack. I changed the chicken texture back to white, because I like that better than the brown that the texture pack had by default. the default, the vanilla Minecraft game comes with a white chicken texture, and I just like it better. So that's what I did. Sorry. If you like the brown chicken... Oh man, I just realized that that's kind of racist. It's not that I don't like brown and then I won't prefer white. I just... It's a traditional chicken. I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop talking about chickens. I love everybody. Oh, my tent. But yeah, I'm glad I have a diamond unbreak. Oh yeah, I was talking the unbreaking enchantment makes I forget what unbreaking 2 is. It's probably somewhere around 30 or 40% chance on each use of a tool that it won't decrease its durability, right? So by default on an iron shovel you'd get 256 uses out of it, and a diamond one will give you 1,024 uses out of it. So there's like a 30% chance, that each time you use it, it won't decrease its durability, so it'll last approximately 30% longer, which is awesome. Now, if we want to dome this, essentially, let's just take off all the edge pieces. So yeah, that's why it's good to have that, because I break shovels really fast, and it's good that this will make them not break quite so fast. Now we want to break essentially all the pieces around the edge, so that each outer piece of what should be wool, yeah, look how fast those break, is visible. And this will give it more of a domed look. Yeah. And boom. And boom. Now I am going to need that piece to stay. Yeah, I think this ought to work. And then I'm immediately tearing it down in such a way that it's going to be hard for me to... Actually, no, because I'm just going to be covering up the open spaces, so this will be even more clear as to where this stuff goes. Let's tear down what we just did, because I didn't come prepared. I tried to, and I failed. Alright, let's close her up, Doctor. In case you guys are wondering, wool is very flammable, but torches do not emit sparks. So this, even though those are flaming torches inside this tent, it will not burn down from this anyway. Alright, let's take a quick look. That looks pretty snazzy. I like it. Now, is there a simple place to make the dome even more beautiful? Perhaps? I'm not leaving that one there. I'm just using it so I don't have to actually fill this place in, and I can give it a look. Wow, that looks retarded. Oh man, that's completely unnecessary. I think just that domed lip is going to be enough. Yeah, because this makes it look too ridiculously tall. I wonder what tool you would use to break wool. It doesn't take too long anyway, I'll just do it by hand. Oh, and night falls again. Alright. So that is our tent. I don't like that that's there, but I can't tear it down because otherwise there'd be a gap above the door. But it's not bad. It is not bad. Actually, that'd be a good place to put a sign. I'll make a sign. Oh, I tore that down because it was dirt. I'll make a sign. And, that we can put on that block to name the tent. Which is, totally important to name your tent, right? No. Nobody cares. I think I missed the 30-minute mark. Yep, definitely did. Oh well. What are we going to call this? Wheezy's tent. Wheezy's Glass pad. Yeah. Oh, that, I'm glad I called it that, because that reminds me. Now, what do I want to keep out here, if anything? I should keep a couple shovels, because that's kind of, it's kind of what this place is about. So why not, Have some shovels. I've got iron to spend. Get me to the ice, so I can walk on water like the G's. Was it Meet the Fockers? It's like, hey man, I really love Jesus. It's like, yeah, I'm Jewish. It's like, hey man, so was JC. Ah, funny. Oh, creepy creeps. Boom! Back up, back up, back up. There's a tip for fighting creepers. With an iron sword or better. Actually, it may be a 3-hit with a diamond sword. If you're fighting a creeper with an iron sword that's not enchanted, God, there's so many caveats to this, then it takes 4 hits to kill a creeper. So you need to hit them, back up, so that they don't blow up, and then you can actually get in the last 2 hits before the fuse runs out on their creeper explosion. So as long as you can get those last 2 hits in consecutively, then you don't have to do that last dance with them. Save some time, save some danger. What is that? Some sort of weird one thing? That's a weird looking tree. But yeah, that's for fighting. That's fighting creepers. Here's another. You know what? I'll save the labor of the chores for you guys, since I made you watch me get sand and build a tent. This was an exciting episode. So yeah, next thing I'll be doing is taking all this glass I've made, and there will be a project video of me cleaning up the spawner, the XP grinder. So I hope this wasn't a horrible waste of you guys' time, and I realize it's not as good a condolence maybe this wasn't as exciting as watching me working there, but I was tired of trying to talk about stuff while I'm down there just looking at cobblestone walls. I felt like it was going to be boring for you. I was getting frustrated. I think you got more accomplished from this. So yeah, what would you like? Oh, that's what I was going to do, is show you guys the wall, so you can maybe get some ideas for what you want the next operation to be. And again, kind of like with the Hugglypuffs thing, there's not necessarily enough people to vote for something overwhelmingly here, but I will take your votes into account if someone posts an idea and then people thumb it up. Or I'll just take up the things that are suggested. I'll just take one that I like or that it's a good idea. So there's all the ones to do there. Some of them you may or may not know has some prerequisites. Can't really do a cannon until we've got a full mob spawner so that we can harvest gunpowder out of creepers. Can't really do brewing until we've actually gone to the nether and collected some blaze rods, which aren't exactly the easiest thing in the world to get, because you have to find a nether fortress and kill blazes. And so, just keep that stuff in mind, and if there's something on here you want to do, something that's not on here you want to do, let me know. That's going to be good for now. Peace out, guys!